So we appear to be moving towards a world where surveillance and technology are materializing what we were presented as attributes of an all-seeing, all-knowing God. What is the Sufi understanding of this shift in culture, when placed within the dialectic of good and evil?
I think I have to go back to what I said on the day one, the day one of the Q&A. It's about the weaknesses of the character or the weaknesses of the nafs. So basically, human being um, has been given strengths and weaknesses. But as I explained, I don't have to go into the details. I explained on the first day because we don't do enough for our spiritual life. Therefore, nafs becomes very strong, and it attracts us to the worldly temptation. And as a result of that, the weaknesses of our character become prominent in our behavior. So, what are these weaknesses? Um, Hatred, jealousy, greed, selfishness. Um, so what happens is that when you become selfish, then you want to get everything for yourself. And when you achieve something, when you have some power and when you have some control, then you just want to increase it. You just want to have more and more power. You just want to have more and more control. You don't want to lose it because um, you misuse that power and control. Once you get some power and control, and this is not, it could be at any level. It could be, I'm sure most of you have seen that even in organizations, when someone in a senior position has some power and control, that person may misuse that power and control. Similarly, you just extend it and go to big corporations. You talk about the governments and leaders, political leaders, and social leaders, all kinds of leaders, people who have some authority, people who have some power and control, and they just want to increase that, and they just want to retain that power and control, and then the means become secondary. So they don't care about the means. Then they are ready to do anything immoral, unethical, just to remain in power, just to be in control. And um, that's what we are seeing now. Obviously there is, because of certain genuine reasons, there is some amount of surveillance which is important for safety and security. But we know that in the name of safety and security, basically these people are misusing um, the provisions. They're misusing the technology, and all that they want is to basically control people in any way, so that it basically for their own benefit, so that they can remain in power and control. They can suppress people. They can suppress their voice. They can suppress their dissent, and just continue to do what they think is right. And basically it's about their interests, and it's about their future. So now, if you look at it in a spiritual way, so if this is not something which has happened in the recent time. This is something, it has been going on ever since um, um, this world came into existence, because this is a part of human nature, and these weaknesses are a part of human character. But what we are seeing is that with time, the scale is completely different now, and with time things are really becoming really worse. And uh, these are also signs of um, the time to come, because we know that when there are there have been predictions about, there are prophets predictions about the day of judgment, and these are all the signs of day of judgment. So we know that we are not very far from that. And uh, indirectly, these people are behaving as if they are gods, because they think when they're power, then they think that they can just do anything, and they are basically, because they are away from spirituality. That's why they don't understand uh, uh, that there is a certain responsibility that they have towards the people that they are governing. They think is about themselves, and they have started behaving like gods. And as individuals, I think it's something very sad, and it's something very frustrating, because you find it very difficult to accept it, and you find it very difficult to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. I think there is another question, so related to this topic. So I think I will say more about what individuals can do in such a situation in response to that question.